Hello everyone. The purpose of this brief video is for me to make just a few comments about this last week's assignment, your evaluations of literature reviews, and to talk with you about our assignments for the next week or so. I really appreciate the content of your reports and your comments to one another this last week on the subject of literature reviews. My best hope is that each one of you found a review that's of interest to you, and that seems to have been the case. There was a wide variety of literature reviews that were cited with some very interesting topics, and many probably related to your mock research projects. And I'll make a couple comments about the projects in just a moment. Hopefully this assignment helped us to begin applying what we've learned thus far about research. I also hope that you find my general feedback comments under the feedback link in Module 2 to be helpful, as well as comments that I've made in the Grade Center. Let me make just a couple of general comments about APA format. You'll find some talk about APA format in my general feedback comments this week, but let me underscore a couple of things. First of all, take a look at the reference list format. I provided you with a copy of a sample for the patent reference that was using, unfortunately, an older APA format. The format has now been updated, and so I've provided you with an updated way to cite patent. I guess, as I said, I'm old and I've been using an old format, but I too have to change, so we'll all get current with the new APA format at this point. But everyone seems to be doing a pretty good job of applying the concepts of APA, and again, I'll be making some individualized comments each week in your Grade Center about APA format and about anything else that's necessary with respect to your reports and your replies. Let me state too, though, before going any further, I'm really pleased the way this class has developed into a learning community. I see many comments each week, comments to one another about what you've learned, about what's important, reinforcing not only each other's learning, but also the concepts that they brought to the table, and I really appreciate that. It seems to me, from my perspective anyway, that we are learning together very well. Believe it or not, I do read every post every week, and it keeps me up at night, but that's just kind of the way it goes. I'm really impressed with the level of commitment that I see to one another in this class, and your things are really developing well from my perspective. This next week, I'm going to be asking you to respond to some questions about the topic of sampling. Unfortunately, the next couple of assignments are kind of back to the basic again, and we won't be applying a whole lot, but we're trying to lay the foundation for some really pretty important concepts with respect to sampling, and then in another week, reliability and validity. But anyway, on this next assignment, please make sure that you provide some examples of the sampling type that you're talking about in your reports to illustrate your points. They will find that very helpful. We need to understand how a researcher chooses a sample for a study and the type of sampling techniques that are used. And that's really basically the reason we're doing this assignment. The quality, or in other words, the representativeness of the sample, has a lot to say about the validity of any research findings and the applicability of the results. Hence, the need to understand sampling. Finally, have you started to think about a topic yet for your research project? Certainly not too early to do so. I've had some conversations this last week with a number of students about potential areas and topics. I'd like everyone to make sure that you're beginning to think about your mock research topic for at least a couple of reasons. First, it helps you to not forget about the project, because it is looming out there for sure. And then second, please remember that you will need to complete a literature review as a part of your project. This literature review will set up the need for your study as well as your research question or hypothesis, and it's not too early to start doing that process. I guarantee it will save you time later in the semester if you kind of space out your work and if you choose your topic early. So that about covers everything for right now. I want you all to have a great week this next week, and again, please don't hesitate to contact me if you have any questions or comments about anything related to the course. Take care.